Hello and welcome to Shell Point Today for Thursday, June 23. I'm Dan Philgreen. On today's show, we'll give you a recap of the exciting Corvette, Coffee, Crawlers, and Clips event that took place here last week. And we'll get another fit tip out at the Aquatic Center with Melanie Brode. But first, don't forget about this Saturday's opportunity to visit the waterside shops in Naples. The upscale boutiques, landscaping, and favorite retail destinations make a day at the waterside shops a most enjoyable one. The Brio Tuscan Grill is the recommended lunch stop, and other tasty options are available as well. Port pickups for this Saturday shopping experience depart from the island at 8:45 with an approximate return time of 4 p.m. The cost of the trip is $9 with lunch on your own. Make sure you get signed up at either service desk. Also, we want to make you aware of some opportunities to get involved here at Shell Point with volunteering. There are several opportunities at our assisted living facilities. Some of them include the country store clerks, bingo callers, shoppers, and more. Also, the Holiday Bazaar is looking for volunteers to assist with their annual event. There are many fun and festive positions available. For more information, please contact Beth Crenshaw at 454-2290 to learn more about these and other volunteer opportunities at Shell Point. Last Friday at the Administration Circle on the island, it was a feast for the eyes, especially if you like shiny sports cars. And what's more American than the Corvette? Since 1953, these beauties have been seen on the American roadways, and hearing the revving of their engines can sure get the heart pounding. You could even say that Corvettes are the heartbeat of America. But before I start sounding like a commercial, let's take you back to last week to see some of these beautiful, powerful, and fast machines up close and meet some of their owners and see what the residents had to say.
What a fun, beautiful day we have for a Corvette show.
I know. I'm so excited. There's so much action going on here and so many bright colors of Corvettes, and I'm just so excited the turnout today.
That's fantastic. Now,
Yeah.
I didn't ever find the curlers, but
The
there are some
curlers-
donuts over there.
Yes, they're crawlers.
Oh, crawlers. Oh.
Yes, I've heard crawlers, but it's crawlers.
Crawlers.
That's the
All right.
correct
Now,
pronunciation.
nobody's gotten confused about the cars, so what
No
a beautiful
one's
collection
confused
we've
about
got
the cars.
here.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I'm taking votes of voters' People's Choice favorites, and right now this 57 Vette over here is the one.
It's leading the pack.
It's
huh?
leading the pack right now. It's a beautiful red
I've been
car.
telling everybody, 1957 was the year I was born.
Oh, was
Hard
it?
to beat stuff that came out in 57.
Absolutely, classic.
All right, let's see the show.
Yes, let's see it.
Now, Marvin has a gorgeous car here. It's decked out as a Indy pace car. Tell us about the history of the Corvette as a pace car. I understand it's happened a number of times.
The Corvette paces the race maybe every other year. And when the Corvette paces the race, they produce 500 cars maximum.
Only 500.
And they're all decked out with special decals in interior and engine compartment and all the other stuff that comes with it. And each car is numbered.
Okay.
The first 50 they sell to the Indianapolis racetrack, and they use that to haul the dignitaries around the track. The other 450 go around the country, one to each dealer, and they're all numbered and they're all sold to individuals.
Wow. And I take it yours is
one-
number 197.
Yeah, 197 of 500. You are correct.
I can pick up a few things once in a while. So.
Yes.
Jerry Gentile has his beautiful white Corvette with a nice white Corvette shirt to go with it.
There you go.
All right, got the whole package. Tell us about your car, Gary.
It's a 2013 60th anniversary special edition, collector edition Corvette. They only made 880 of these, and this 505 horsepower. It's a 6-speed manual transmission, and that's about it. It's all carbon fiber.
Wow.
Instead of fiberglass, it's carbon fiber.
What the body is?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. If you look at the hood, you can see just the hood, but the fenders are carbon fiber.
That's amazing. All right. Was that a special edition thing, or?
It was a special edition. Like I say, they only made 800. And it's the last year they made the 427 engine. They don't make that anymore.
No more 427s. Oh, that's a sad thing.
So,
Except at the gas pump, right?
Right.
Well, thanks for showing us your car, Gary. It's
Hey,
beautiful.
thank you.
Gene, and tell me about your beautiful brown Corvette here. It looks like one from the 70s.
It's a 1974.
You know, when I was in high school when your car came out,
Uh-huh.
and of course, every high school boy salivated over these cars. So I just, I really have very fond and vivid memories of these particular vets from this era. Wayne has an unbelievable blue beauty here. This is a 1959. What a classic.
Right.
Tell us about it.
Well, I bought it 3 years ago. It was out behind the barn in New Jersey for over 25 years.
Oh my
ago.
goodness.
And
And it
I
looks-
bought it, brought it here from New Jersey, and in about a year and a half it took me to restore it.
So you restored this
I
yourself?
restored
Oh
every
my
inch of it.
goodness.
It went my Cape Coral garage is junk, and it came out like this.
Wow, well, congratulations. That is an amazing accomplishment. It is
Thank
a
you.
gorgeous machine. And we're here with Robin Church from the Salon and Spa with some of her staff who are out here giving free trims today. And I just came by and she said, I really kind of need one. So what do you
Look
think?
at this. Absolutely. Look at
What a
this
mi-
neck
how-
hair here. Shabby, shabby.
They'll let anybody on TV, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it done, Robin.
Come on, you're a personality.
Okay, I gotta take my glasses off. No one's gonna recognize me now.
Can't see now.
I'm in disguise.
I gotta put mine on. Oh, and look at those eyebrows.
Woo! Those some wild eyebrows.
Hey, Dan's got a nice curly one there. We're just gonna clip that off. Straighten up those eyebrows a little.
Bob, you have a really interesting car here with some special features. I take it those doors are not a factory option.
They are not. You just raise it up.
Look at that.
There's a hydraulic shock built into the hinge, which takes the weight off the door. You'd never be able to raise.
Sure, yeah,
you'd
yeah.
never be able to raise the door. Then I changed the steering wheel, the racing steering wheel. It's a 6-speed. I changed the interior, and I even did the carbon fiber in here on the consoles, and I put the seat belts in. I can go either way with the seat belts. And I put red leather in. This used to be black. You know, and just did a little trim, little red accent points around.
It really does look great. I'm here with Paul Schnees, and Paul has a very special relationship with the Corvette because he spent a good part of his career building them. Paul, tell me, how long were you working on building Corvettes?
I built Corvettes from 1984 to 1993.
That's fantastic. You were an engineer on the line, if I recall correctly.
I had the privilege of being the plant manager of the Corvette assembly plant.
That's phenomenal. So you saw a lot of Corvettes get built.
Saw a lot of Corvettes.
And now this beautiful 93 is the anniversary edition, correct?
That's the 40th anniversary edition. That's the 40th year the car was built, starting in 53. That's 93, so that's 40 years out.
That's
That's
fantastic.
why the color is marketed as ruby red, which is really a burgundy. But it's burgundy over burgundy, if you would. So the interior, the top, and everything is burgundy. So it's a very special car.
And you had the privilege, I understand, of driving this off the line yourself.
Yeah, I had just retired about a month before that. And so I went back in and watched the car get built, and I drove the car off the assembly line.
That is fantastic. What a great story.
Do you have a favorite Corvette?
Oh my, that's hard. But you know, the 57, since I was born in 57, kind of calling my name.
You're giving out your age, Dan.
Sounds like it's kind of ahead in the voting rankings, as I hear too. So.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I told him it's hard to beat anything from 57, right?
Absolutely. That's an antique.
No. Let's not get personal. Jim is the owner of this gorgeous red 57 Chevy Corvette. Came off the assembly line the same year I did, so I have a particular affinity for your car. Tell us a little bit about it. I understand it's a solid axle Corvette.
It's a solid axle Corvette. It's fuel injected. It's 4-speed. It has all the amenities you can get in 1957, except for power windows, which the person who bought it new didn't get that. But
They had power windows in 57.
Yeah.
I'm not so old after all.
But it has everything. It's all original. It's been gone over twice, you know, but I've had it about 20 years, and I love the car. I just said it's getting harder to drive without the power steering and power brakes.
Well, I'm glad you brought it out. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know, you might think this is Caitlin's car because it's recently been on Shell Point TV playing the part of Caitlin's car.
I didn't see that yet.
Well, you're going to have to watch that, Mike, but this is actually Michael Anthony's car. So this is a Shell Point staff vehicle. Now, of course, Mike's one of our Shell Point drivers, and you can expect this car to pick you up instead of the bus.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
We've got a Corvette Club president here. Tell us your name, sir.
Darren McCarthy.
And your club is the
Southwest Florida Corvette Club.
Excellent, and we appreciate you being here, your whole club today on behalf of Shell Point. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful cars here.
No problem.
They are great. So tell us a little bit about the club. How many cars are involved in your club?
Well, we have approximately 100 members, and I think the last count was 94 Corvettes.
Wow. Almost one per member.
Well, we have some members we have one member that has 15.
15!
So we have a lot of multiple members that have multiple Corvettes.
What other kinds of things are your folks doing?
2 car shows a year at Victory Lane Chevrolet, and the proceeds go to Harry Chapin Food Bank and local charities.
Okay, very nice.
So we do that twice a year. And then we have monthly dinners. We all go out to dinner once a month together, and parades. We go 4th of July parades, Veterans Day parades, any place that we're invited.
We've just run into a celebrity here at Shell Point. It's Heather Batty's dad.
Hello there.
Hey, and he happens to own a Corvette, this beautiful yellow one. What year is your Corvette?
That's a 2006.
All right. And
my daughter named this. It's really yellow.
Yeah.
Because the first time she saw it, she says, "Hey, Papa, it's really yellow."
It is really yellow. Very good.
And I'd like to thank Shell Point, too, for putting this on. They did a fantastic job. Everybody loves it. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate all of you bringing your beautiful machines out here and sharing them with the people. It's really terrific.
And it didn't rain. Yeah. Donuts. All the people love them. It's turned out great.
And this is the co-pilot of Really Yellow. It's Heather's mom. Say hi to them.
Hi. How y'all doing?
We've enjoyed having your daughter working with us here. It's been great.
Oh, thank you very much.
Were you both looking for the curlers? The hair curlers. I understand there's curlers.
Well, I think it's some kind of a donut.
Curling.
Curlers?
Curling.
Like
curling.
Canadian curling?
Yeah, that's what we wanted.
Oh, well, yeah, I know they said there's curlers around here somewhere. I'm looking for these curlers.
I want to take a tray with me. Do they...
Oh. You mean crullers?
Oh.
Oh. I think I'm going to try one myself. Yeah, I think chewing on a curler would not have been nearly as pleasant.
I wanted to thank everybody for coming out, the Corvette owners especially for displaying your beautiful cars. We couldn't have had an event without you, so thank you so much. And I'm just here to announce the winners. In third place, Best in Show prize goes to Bobby Wright for his 2001 C5 Vet. And second place goes to Wayne Bayous for the Powder Blue 59. And in first place, Best of Show, is Jim McLaughlin with his 1957 Vet. Yeah, congratulations.
Suppose I'm out of the water like you never seen. I get pushed out of shape and it's hard to steer. But I get rubber in all four gears. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got.
And now it's time to head over to the Aquatic Center, where Melanie Broad is making a splash with some fit tips to keep you in shape and cool during the hot summer months.
Melanie Broad here today with another fit tip at the Aquatic Center. There are two different sizes of noodles. The smaller noodle will be less buoyant and easier for a non-swimmer. You might want to start with a smaller one. The larger one is more buoyant and therefore it'll be a little bit more difficult. And what you do is you simply hold it close so you can control it to stand on the noodle, and then you would just pump this noodle up and down. It's for balance, it's for quadriceps strength, hip flexor strength, and your glutes. Let's take a look. Are you pumping? Good, pump the leg up and down. One leg, keep going, up and down, nice and slow. I like to add a clap so they're working their chest and their back. Can you go in a circle? Moving in a circle just gives you a little movement, makes it a little more difficult. Push it down, stand on it to switch feet. That's an easy way to transfer to the other foot. It's going to challenge your balance. It's a great exercise, easy on the joints. How hard is that? Go in a circle, go the other way. Good. Leg strength, balance. And that's today's Fit Tip. See you next time.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello and happy Thursday. This is the happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Caitlin Danskoy.
And I'm Bev Chandley.
And we're here to give you all the information for Thursday activities. We start with Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That's at 7:15 in the Tarpon Room. And the Men's Golf Association will be meeting at the Shell Point Golf Club at 8 o'clock. Also at 8, the Round Robin Tennis will be held at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. The Paddlers Club will be heading out for their weekly outing from the kayak storage at 8:30. And at 9:15, shuffleboard is available at the shuffleboard courts. 9:30 is the time for current events in the Woodlands Game Room. And 9:30 is also the time for the ladies' match play tennis going on at the Woodlands. Introduction to beginning line dancing will be in the Tarpon Room at 9:45. That's followed by 10:15 basic line dancing in the Tarpon Room. At 10:45, the Susie Q heads out to Fathoms and Through the Locks. That is sign-up required. And that's it for our morning. Here's Bev for the afternoon.
Thank you, Caitlin. We're going to start the afternoon off at 12:45 with Mahjong played in the Library Lounge on the island. And the Aviation Club will be in the Osprey Room at 1:15. 1:15 is also the time for Samba. That'll be in the Resident Activities Center. Fun and Fitness will be in the Community Room of King's Crown at 1:45. We're going to move to 2 o'clock when you'll find the Stamp Ministry in the Stamp Room down in the tunnel. We have a Health Connections class at 2:45, Osteo Break Free. That's in the Tarpon Room and it's currently full. Moving on to 4 o'clock, our seamstress will be in the Osprey Room to help with any sewing needs you may have. And we have an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in the Sable Room at 4:30. At 6:30, Pinochle will be played in the Library Lounge. And the Trailblazers Bible Study Group will be in the Game Room of the Woodlands at 7 o'clock. Well, that wraps up the activities for today, and we will see you back here again tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Thursday. At 4:30, we have the history of the United States to 1815 in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and this is session 4. You can sign up right at the door. Tomorrow, don't forget, it's that iPad, iPhone, Mac free walk-in clinic where you bring your question and your device to the Manatee Room on the island.
Menus for Thursday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is baked ham with sweet potatoes and cauliflower. The dinner special is the Crystal Carving Board for $15.95, and the soup of the day is navy bean. In the Island Cafe, the sandwich special is a salmon club with coleslaw for $7.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are ribeye with tomatillo salsa for $20.95, or baked flounder for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Don Pullen, the new associate pastor at the church. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to travel to Gabon, a country located in the western coast of Africa, right on the equator. I'd never been to Africa and frankly didn't have it on my bucket list of places I wanted to visit. You see, I grew up watching all those documentaries which portrayed Africa as the dark continent, full of hazards like lions and big snakes, King Kong, and unfriendly people. I didn't speak their language, was unfamiliar with their customs, and had no reason to consider visiting the second largest continent on the planet. But one day, as I was sitting in my office, the phone rang. There was a friend who was putting together a trip to Africa for a group of leaders from the United States. His reasoning was that if he could only get us there, we would get excited for the work that was being done and catch a vision for the opportunities still yet in the future. But this was Africa. So many unknowns, a place I'd never been before, all the stories. What would I eat? What would I drink? Where would I sleep? How hot would it be right on the equator? Would I catch something that might endanger my life? Who would take care of my family if something happened to me? What would you do if you were in my shoes? The fear of the unknown is a clear and present danger to many today. Don't you agree? It's not too difficult to make a significant list of things that we're fearful of. Our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren might top our lists. Their health and safety and well-being would probably include our concerns about our nation's economy, the moral state of our nation, and the choice of our next president in November. And if that's not enough, we have our own health. Oh, my back, my knee, oh, whatever else, right? To a dear friend who shared all her health concerns to me one day a number of years ago, I exclaimed, "Well, it sounds like the old gray mare just ain't what she used to be." She smiled at my lame attempt to make light of her maladies. So many unknowns in our lives. The Bible clearly reminds us that what is unknown to us is completely known to God. Through the prophet Isaiah, God says about himself, "Remember the things I've done in the past, for I alone am God. I am God, and there is none like me. Only I can tell you the future before it even happens. Everything I plan will come to pass, for I do whatever I wish." King David, writing in the Psalms, is comforted by the understanding that because of his relationship with the Lord, he is never alone. "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast." For many, the greatest fear that lies ahead is the fear of death. But wait a minute. Didn't God take care of that fear as well? Sure did. How, you ask? By sending his Son, Jesus Christ, to pay the penalty for our sins through his death, burial, and resurrection. Putting our trust in Christ allows us to remove that fear as we, by faith, receive the gift of salvation by God's grace. The popular song, "In Christ Alone," describes the gift of salvation in these words: no guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny. The answer to our fears, both large and small, lies in a relationship with Jesus Christ, the Creator of the universe and Savior of the world. We put our trust in Him. So I need to decide if I want to go to Africa or not. As I thought about it and prayed, I realized something very important. My friend who had invited me had already been to Africa. In fact, he'd lived there for 10 years. So I was going with someone who knew the language, the customs, and the answers to all my questions. I wouldn't be alone. In fact, my friend was the leader. There was no reason to be afraid. I trusted my friend because I had a relationship with him and he knew the way. So I decided to go, putting my trust in him to calm all my fears. And boy, was I glad. Africa is an amazing continent, and Gabon a beautiful country. We watched the sun set over the Atlantic Ocean as we looked west. I played golf on the black sand greens of the club in Libreville. Spent 4 days at the hospital in Bongolo, where future African doctors and nurses are professionally trained. And visit a pygmy village, where my faith was encouraged by my shorter brothers and sisters. Yes, I was glad I did not let my fears keep me from missing this blessing. In fact, I've gone back to Africa 2 more times, each time taking others with me so that they too can experience the blessing of this amazing place and incredible people. You know, I was able to overcome my fear of Africa because of my relationship with my friend. When we put our trust in others, often it opens up doors for blessing in our lives. Not only do we receive blessing, we have the opportunity to bless others. So my challenge to you, especially when you're tempted to be afraid, is to develop meaningful relationships with those around you so that you can be a blessing to each other. Together, in community, we can encourage each other to put aside our fears and live our lives to the fullest. And thank you once again for tuning into Village Church Connections.
Thanks for joining us for today's program. Tomorrow, we will learn about a Health Connections class on chiropractic care, and we'll recap the top stories from this week. Until then, this has been Shell Point Today for Thursday, June 23rd. I'm Dan Philgreen, and on behalf of everyone here at SPTV, we wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.